What if I told you that the best classroom management strategy isn't stricter discipline? It's giving students more power. Sounds risky? But when students help create the rules they're expected to follow, those rules can become more than instructions. They can become a shared commitment. Let's see why. Think about a traditional classroom. The teacher presents a list of rules. Don't interrupt. Raise your hand. Stay in your seat. Be respectful. Students are expected to follow them. But who created those rules? Usually, the teacher. The rules are created for students rather than with students. And sometimes, students follow them simply because they have to, not because they feel responsible for them. So what happens when we change the approach? Instead of saying, "Here are your rules," we ask, "What kind of classroom do we want to create together?" There's a simple principle: people protect what they help create. This connects to the IKEA effect in psychology, the idea that people tend to value something more when they have contributed to creating it. The same idea can apply to classroom expectations. When students help create the rules, they can begin to see them as our agreements, rather than simply the teacher's rules. That sense of ownership can encourage greater responsibility. But student voice doesn't mean students make every decision. The teacher is still the leader. Instead, the teacher guides students with questions such as, what helps everyone learn? What behaviors show respect? What should happen when someone breaks an agreement? Students contribute ideas, while the teacher makes sure those ideas are safe, respectful, realistic, and appropriate for learning. The teacher leads and students become partners. This also changes the language we use. Instead of, "Don't interrupt," students might create, "We listen when someone is speaking." Instead of, "No bullying," they might suggest, "Everyone deserves kindness and respect." Now the focus isn't only on what students shouldn't do. It's on the kind of classroom they want to build. What teachers can do. Try this simple process. First, ask students, "What kind of classroom do you want?" Let them brainstorm. Group similar ideas together. Turn them into 5 to 7 positive agreements. Then let everyone sign the final agreement. And don't stop there. Revisit those agreements regularly and ask students whether the class is living up to them. Educational research consistently emphasizes the importance of student agency, supportive classroom environments, relationships, and shared responsibility. When students feel that their voices matter, they can become more engaged in the learning environment. And when expectations are created collaboratively, students may feel a stronger sense of responsibility toward maintaining them. That can support greater student responsibility, a stronger classroom climate, higher engagement, better peer accountability, and fewer behavior problems. Imagine what happens when students begin reminding one another about an agreement they helped create. The teacher doesn't have to carry the entire responsibility for classroom behavior. The classroom community begins to share it. Students don't become responsible simply because we give them rules. They become responsible when we give them responsibility. When students help build the classroom culture, they have something they helped create, and something worth protecting. A classroom isn't managed by control alone. It's strengthened through shared ownership.